Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Charlotte Smith of 3 Cow Marketing and also the Profitable Farm Facebook group with Charlotte Smith, which if you're not in there and you're a farmer, you'll want to be in there. We have so many great discussions going on. One of the most common questions I get asked in there is why I'm here today. And that is people will say, how do I find people that value my products? They say, we're working so hard to produce these organic or GMO free or heritage breed or pastures rotated every day, wonderful chemical free products, and people aren't valuing them. And I know they're out there and I'm going broke. So this question comes to me over and over several times a week. So I've got a whole blog post on it. You'll find the link in here, but I want to break it down. There's 5 tips I give you in there to help you with it. And I'm going to break it down into 5 different videos where I go in more depth explaining them, because it's really the mindset shift is key that I'm going to talk about here. You will not get successful if you don't shift your mindset from thinking, where do I find this group of people that value these products in the way that I value them, to how do I show people how my products fulfill their values? It's kind of a 180. So farmers will come to me and they'll say, Charlotte, no wonder you're successful. You have it easy. You live on the West Coast, or you live an hour from Portland, or, and there's foodies there. That's why it's easy for you to sell and not us. Well, I'm here to tell you that nowhere in the United States, but also I think most first world countries, is there a group of people who will value paying the premium prices we need to charge for our farm fresh food. There's no group of people willing to just pay more money, pay 5 or 10 times the cost of raw milk or grass-fed beef compared to grocery store, Walmart, Costco, whatever you might be in your location. And that is because in the United States and our first world countries, food is a commodity. We have been just trained for the last 100 years almost that food is a commodity, meaning the cheaper the better, no matter your socioeconomic level. So people who are wealthy will tend to buy higher end cars and higher end clothes, and people who are lower on the economic scale will buy less expensive clothes, less expensive cars, but all the groups will brag about the great cheap deal they got, on steaks by the case at Costco or the grocery store. All right. So food is still a commodity. So therefore, you can't say that, well, our food's more expensive because we move our animals to fresh pasture every day, or we have these special heritage breeds, or we buy special locally milled GMO-free food. Those things don't matter. Those things are not going to shift people's thinking that food is not a commodity and therefore, it's worth more depending on how the farmer farms it. You're not going to convince them, and you're not going to find that group of people anywhere around. None of us have it. Even, here I am in the Portland area where people say there are many foodies around here and they value fresh food more than other places. There are still plenty of people and discussions going on the internet in our area saying, where can I find the cheapest raw milk, cheapest grass-fed beef, cheapest this or that, cheapest restaurant serving farm fresh food, field to plate or plate to field to fork, that sort of thing. They don't exist, all right? Because so if you can't find those people, let me get rid of that. If you can't find those people, what can you do? What you will find successful, what we teach our students in our marketing course that's going on right now, what we teach them how to do is to figure out what it is your customers value, what are their values about your food, and that is how you market your product. They don't care about our farming practices. When I click on farmers' websites doing research for my website course or anything like that, farmer after farmer has their website full of their farming practices, which our customers don't, their eyes glaze over. They don't get it. They don't have time to understand it. So you don't want to market on that. What you want to market on is their values. Let me give you some examples. All right. So my friend, she's now my friend, marketing student, Lori Jo, she owns a flower farm. So before we met, she thought people were going to buy her flowers because they were organic and chemical free. So therefore they're a great alternative to local flower stores that might carry flower bouquets. So her farming practices were what she thought people valued. But then she met me. She took my marketing course. We spent a lot of time teaching her how to listen to her customers. And what they were telling her is they loved coming to her farm and picking a fresh bouquet because it gave them a moment of peace in their otherwise stressful day. And their kids got to go pet the kitty while they were playing or picking flowers. So their kids got to connect with nature. So what she realized is she's not selling chemical-free organic flowers. Nobody cared about that. One person in her whole season of selling said, are they organic? Nobody else. Hundreds of people did not care. Instead, they were saying, we love the connection we feel to the farm, and we love the feeling of peace it gives us because our lives are so busy. So she changes her marketing to reflect what they want. Peace in a busy day, connection to people that think like they do. That's what she's selling. All right. Let me use another student. She thought that their grass-fed beef, it was all about being rotated on fresh grass pastures every 24 hours. And that's what she was touting, is they weren't a feedlot. They were doing 100% grass-fed and all these, and they had a special breed of cows. But when she started working with me and listening to her customers, she heard one lady say, well, I like buying your beef, but I really only know how to make taco salad, and my family's getting really tired of it. So that's why I don't buy very much. So the farming practices didn't matter to that person. What she did is she went home, she created a little recipe book, ebook, cost her nothing except her time, on 5 recipes for ground beef besides taco salads. And she sold out on ground beef for the year. All right. Example number 2. For me, on our farm, I might think raw milk, sanitation practices are important. That's what I would think as the farmer. So that's what I'm talking about. Again, we rotate our cows to fresh grass every day. That's not what people were caring about, though, or commenting on. What they were saying is, hey, if I have half a jar of milk left over at the end of the week, and it's my turn to come out, do you have any suggestions I could do with that leftover raw milk? So one of our most popular blog posts that we made the most money off, got the most sales off of, is what to do with that leftover raw milk. Not how we rotate our cows or the fact that they're A2 cows or any of that. That stuff doesn't matter to your customers, or it'll matter to maybe 1% of them. And so you won't be able to attract enough paying customers if that is your marketing practices. So those 3 examples, again, will help you figure out, hopefully, that you've got to shift your mindset away from, I need to look out in the world somewhere to find a group of people who value my products, to the mindset of, I listen to my customers every single day. They are telling me what they value about my products already. They're telling you in their comments, in their conversations. And then you turn that around and maybe share with them videos and blog posts and classes and things that demonstrate their values around your products. All right. So make notes. In my farm store, I have a notebook, and throughout the day when our customers are in there, we'll make notes about what questions they asked and what comments they made and how they're using our products. And then I turn around and I use those exact phrases in my marketing materials. All right. So this is going to help you start to tap into a group of people who value your products when you find out what it is they're valuing. All right. It just takes a mindset shift and a little work on your part, and you will be amazed at how you will be able to sell out. I think that's the most common benefit that I hear from people that I work with in our course, is they email me and send Facebook messages week after week about how they now sell out of everything. They sell out before the season even starts. Sometimes if it's taking orders on quarter and half animals, they're sold out before the season even starts. or whether it's CSA, they get all their customers returning. Why is that and how is that? It is because they figured out how to communicate back to their customer what the customer values about their products, all right? So be sure to click the link and read the full blog post, and I'm going to do 4 more videos on the other 4 steps of this, because there's 5 ways in there that I recommend that you start learning how to find people that value your farm products. All right, thank you so much for being here. I love it. You know, we're in fall now, headed into winter. So it's time to start working on your marketing for next year. And I'm excited to be on this journey with you. All right. Thank you and take care. Have a wonderful day.